Just like Zack Norris retarded.
Joker.
Just like Zack Norris retarded.
What you talking about?
You need to go outside.
Yo, man, we're live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Chill Tech Podcast, episode 11, Comic-Con 2015 edition. With me today, I have a new guest to our show. His name is Marcus. Marcus from the shop. What's going on, Marcus?
What's good? What's going on, peoples? Marcus from the shop here. The shop with Lee and Marcus. Subscribe. And
next to Marcus, he has this lovely young woman next to him. Her name is Tracia.
Introduce yourself. Yes, I have Tracia Jordan here. If you guys watch any of the videos, she was my guest on the Age of Apocalypse. Sorry, Age of Ultron video. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing?
I know we're fine. So what's going on with you? How's everything going?
Yeah, staying busy, man. Trying to pump out these videos, these reviews and whatnot. You know, but life gets in the way, so we're trying to do some more things out here in the shop.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, definitely, man. Yeah, we're trying to get on that same level too. Look, I want to apologize to the Chill Tech fans, man, because I know that we definitely should have been putting out some more videos recently, and we're working on these projects, and we're trying to make them so spectacular that we just keep scrapping them once we get to it because we just don't like the finished products. But none of that will be happening anymore. I promise you guys, new videos are hitting your ways soon.
Yes, man. We've been on all these gaming podcasts, man. What's going on? We're waiting.
I know. Hey,
we talked about it. We're going to be on our game for the next couple of weeks.
Exactly. My man said, so with us, I said we have Michael with Chill Tech. So if you guys are wondering where Grant is, Grant took a step out today. He couldn't be part of today's podcast. He's still with Chill Tech. As for the rest of the Chill Tech crew, there's some things happening internally. There's no type of beef, no drama, nothing like that. But there are some things, positions are being shuffled around and stuff. So that's kind of also another reason why we're trying to figure out how we're going to do some of these projects. So just like I said, please have patience and bear in mind we have some good quality things coming out very soon.
Yeah.
So, Mike. Mike. What's today? It's like no.
We are going to forget that all of that just happened. And we're going to start over.
What's happening, Mike?
How are you today?
Horrible. It's like, no, I'm doing great, man. I know that today's like a big day for like us nerds out here. Today's Comic-Con, or the start of Comic-Con 2015. And we had already some official announcements. Now the main panel things start tomorrow. But we're gonna go kind of go over some things today and show you guys kind of what we have as official announcements already, and then we'll talk about some predictions and things that we have coming up later on in the video. So let's go ahead and start into the meat and potatoes. DC has a lot of things going on and events happening at Comic-Con. They're very, very active this year.
They got a lot of catching up to do. That's why.
I know. So I know you guys are excited for Batman v Superman next year. Let's talk about some of the things that were officially announced today. Let's talk about some of these new pictures and weapons and the costumes that were revealed today. Well, Mike, let's start up with that.
So me and Javon this afternoon located some pictures on comicbookmovies.com, and we saw a bunch of pictures on Batman's new armored costume, his bat gadgets that we'll be seeing in the movie. It's just tons of cool stuff. We actually got a full look at Superman's costume. I know we've already seen Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman's regular costumes, but we actually got to look at that armored costume. I got to say, it looks awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really funny you mentioned the armored costumes. That's the first thing I told you. Out of all the costumes that were announced today, I was just like, I don't know, man. It just,
the armored?
Yeah,
but you have to give it props though. I mean, that's from the comics. That's from the story.
I know. I mean, here's my flaw with it. I know that it's canon. I know the armor's canon, right?
Yep.
The problem is that it just doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're fighting a man. Like, when people think of Superman, all they think about is like, oh, he's super strong. He's stronger than Batman physically. But they forget the fact that this dude is like super fast. So what is it? You're a human, and you're gonna weigh yourself down with more armor to be restrictive. Like Batman's one of his.
You didn't read the story.
But Batman's biggest
But this is
attribute.
coming from somebody who's never read the story. I've never read the story. You guys have read the story. Javon and I haven't read the story.
Have you haven't read it? Did you watch the animated movie?
Yeah, I watched the animated movie, but the thing is, but you can't. But I was telling Mike earlier, you can't talk about the animated movie in this one because the timelines are off. Okay, this is supposed to be post Justice League, right? The problem with that is that we're having a post Justice League Batman v Superman movie is that Batman's already in his 50s. He's a mature Batman. Technically, when Batman joined Justice League in the beginning, he's still a young Bruce Wayne. So this is a little bit off.
Well, actually, to cut you off there, in the movie and the book, he was in his 50s too. The only difference is this in the movie world, this is going to be pre-Justice League. In the books and in the movie, the animated movie, it's post-Justice League, but they're the same age. The only difference here is that Superman is younger in this movie, and Batman v Superman, but in the comics and in the animated movie, they're both the same age. They're both like in their 50s or whatever.
Right, but remember, in the animated movie, they were 50, right? And they're post Justice League.
Right, hold on. This is what I think that they're trying to. This is what I think they're trying to pull off. Superman is in Man of Steel. We all watched that, right? We all liked it, loved it, whatever. But in that movie, he was a fairly young superhero, right? Batman is going to be coming into this movie as the more mature vigilante who's seasoned. He's seen the bad, the real ugly of the world. What they're going to make him, he's the one he sees the evil in Clark almost. He knows what this dude is capable of. And he wants to put a stop to it at first. That's what I think that the age thing comes in play. And I kind of like the fact that they made him 40 years old. It gives a reason for a conflict and not just here's Batman fight.
But the synopsis of the animated movie was that it wasn't about Batman saw the evil in Superman. It was the fact that Clark worked for the government, and the government was doing a quote unquote superhero registration act type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
that was like so. It's I said the premise is off.
Yeah, but we also have to remember Zack Snyder is only using The Dark Knight Returns as like a template. He's not adapting everything. It's not a direct adaptation.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
So we're getting a loose adaptation, if anything. We'll only
without going too off topic, is it safe to say that we will see a younger Batman soon, a non-Bruce Wayne Batman taking the scenes?
It'd be cool. It would be cool. Maybe we don't know where Dick Grayson is yet. We don't know where any of the Robins are. So who knows? Maybe a Batman Beyond.
Maybe even Terry, right? Maybe even Terry.
Maybe I'm hoping.
That'd be cool. hey, look. So let's keep it on. Let's keep it on topic real quick. We're doing great. Let's talk. So the armor. I know Teresa, right? Tracy. Oh my God, Tracia. I got it. Tracia.
It's not that hard.
So you guys listen. Everyone who watches the podcast. Everyone who watches this podcast know I butcher names.
No, they're not, because once you say it, it'll be fine.
Maybe.
Tracia.
Tracia. All right, so
Tracia. Trey, and then see ya, like see ya later. Tracia.
Tracia. I like that. Yeah. Okay, Trey. See you later. All right, I got you. All right. So you haven't read the comic like I did. We both are the animated series watchers of this. What is your opinion on Batman's armored suit?
I feel like for those of us who don't follow comics and animated movies and stuff like that, I feel like it strays away from the Batman people know. So for me, I like a regular Batman in his regular tight suit. Looking like regular Batman. I feel like the armor is just too much. Now he looks like a soldier. Is that what Batman is supposed to be? He's not Iron Man.
What did I say, Mike, earlier? Didn't I say, like, are they trying to, like, make Batman an Iron Man? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like that. A man in a tight suit is not going to be able to beat Superman. You kind of need a little bit more than a tight suit.
But Superman's in a tight suit, too.
But there's a difference. Superman is Superman. He is Superman.
Okay, so
what he's saying is Batman being in a tight suit is not going to help him fight Superman.
No.
Regardless of Superman is in a tight suit or in swimming trunks.
Okay,
Batman
doesn't Superman have laser eye vision so the armor can melt?
Well, see, that's the thing. You don't know what the armor is made out of.
Maybe
you don't know that.
Maybe he had something to combat that. We don't
know.
See,
here's the thing with Batman. obviously none of us have seen the movie, but we are talking about Batman. This man is prepared for any obstacle.
Anything.
For anything. You know that. You
With
don't
months
have
of
to read the
planning.
comics.
But Batman, he's a tactician with months of planning.
Exactly.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
He's a tactician. Wait, what was that comment?
With months of planning. Don't act like Batman can just jump into a ring off the bat with no type of planning.
But here's the thing though. The whole world saw what happened in Metropolis when he fought Zod and everybody. So Batman's been he's been watching. I guarantee the start of the movie is not going to be them just squaring off. They're not going to square off to either the middle or towards the end. First thing. He's going to be feeling Superman out. He's going to see, okay, this man can move a freaking building with 2 fingers. So clearly, I had to prepare for that. I'm not going to square off with him off jump. What is this man's weakness? Maybe he doesn't know about kryptonite. I don't even know. Nobody knows if kryptonite exists in this world or not just yet.
It does. It has to. And here's
a weakness.
Yeah. My thing is there's too many flaws or character flaws. Say plot holes. Because it's like if Batman. If you remember this, but the original Batman who fought Superman used a lot of LexCorp technology and Bruce and Wayne technology. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're now introducing LexCorp. So the question is, I don't know where his.
Well, we all know Batman's going to break in LexCorp at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, I feel like it's pretty obvious out there. So for people who who watch the cartoons and stuff like that back in the day, that it's pretty obvious to say that Bruce Wayne is coming to Metropolis, and I guess join forces with Lex Luthor, but he probably doesn't trust him right away. And Wonder Woman. I don't know where Wonder Woman's taking place. I mean, Wonder Woman doesn't have that kind of money.
They're saying she's in the movie. She's a star.
We know she's in the movie, but we don't know. Obviously, she's not going to take.
She's an ambassador. She's an ambassador to her Amazonian people.
Yeah, but that has something to do with the destruction of Metropolis. Like the reason why Bruce Wayne is going to Metropolis is pretty much to help rebuild the city. So that's where Wayne Enterprises and LexCorp they kind of
come together. Okay.
So we don't know right there if Bruce Wayne already doesn't trust Lex Luthor or not. Because if you watch The World's Finest, did you remember that cartoon back in the 90s?
I remember.
But you also gotta remember this Lex Luthor is
the same story, huh?
This Lex Luthor isn't a guy that grew up with Clark. This is a young kid who's a tech billionaire. I know that. But what I'm saying is the only difference in the cartoon was Lex Luthor was already known for being a super baddie. So we don't know if he's going to be a super baddie in the movie or not. This guy could just be a billionaire. And then maybe in the movie, people realize, oh, this guy is, really just his intentions are
psychopath or whatever.
Kind of like Kingpin on Daredevil, right?
Yeah, nobody knows who he is. I mean, people know who he is, but nobody outside the underworld doesn't know that this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just see, a guy with money. So that's how they might look at Lex Luthor until he shows his true colors. He might not even show his true colors to the real world in this movie. It might not be till later on where he shows his true colors.
All right, so let's talk about Wonder Woman's suit. Her suit got announced. I personally love her suit.
I think it's
sure you
comic book accurate.
It's comic book accurate. But honestly, I like it because it's not like it's like slut sexy. She's still kind of like it's like battle conservative. I don't know what the word is. I like battle conservative woman sexy.
Said not. Did you say the S word earlier?
What, slut?
Yeah,
because it's not like
not slut sexy.
It's not slut sexy. Like it's not like she's like all her like all her it's not like all her boobs and booties are hanging out and stuff like that. It's like she's covered. She's still pretty much covered, but like she still has like a sexy like armored look to her. Like it's like she's obviously well protected. Like she can take a damage. She can take damage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yet she still has like a feminine physique to like the costume. I love it, man. I think it's awesome. I love it.
Okay, so I'm a little late on the scene. I just saw her outfit. She looks like Xena.
Yes, Xena. That's kind of I love her. Xena was bad.
That's kind of the point.
Girl.
I mean, the only complaint was that Gal Gadot isn't a fitness head like that. She's a skinny chick, and you see her Fast and Furious. But it doesn't like girls that
Have you seen her?
I was gonna say. I was getting to that. That was the complaint. But she was casted like a year and a half ago. It doesn't take long. I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't take long to build muscle. I mean, it takes some time. No, it takes time to build muscle. But I mean, people over exaggerate Wonder Woman, like, oh, she needs to be buff. What Wonder Woman is still a woman.
Yeah,
She's still
Wonder
looks
Woman-
delicate. She doesn't look like she's on steroids.
No,
But
she's
you know
buff.
what?
Oh,
I
she's
feel like
big.
Wonder Woman back in the day, she was my bad. If I'm loud, I'm sorry.
You good?
No, you're
Wonder
fine.
Woman back in the day was a voluptuous, a thick chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, muscular.
She
Yeah,
is
she's
not. No,
yeah.
she was.
She was
don't
thick.
have to be
She had-
muscular. She was a.
She was thick.
yeah.
She
But
had
you know
thick
what?
legs, thick
But you
booty,
can't-
all that stuff.
Exactly.
But you
Big
can't
boobs.
compare the back in the day superheroes because back in the day fitness was on. Look at Batman from the '60s.
I know, right?
He looked like an average Joe in a costume for Halloween.
He did.
Come on now.
He looked like
That
So you
in a
can't-
bad
doesn't count. Doesn't count.
But
In my opinion, that's not even Batman. In my opinion, so.
You can't compare that like at all.
But I disregard them. I disregard everything above the '90s, so it doesn't matter to me.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Like you can't
Alright.
compare that. Like Wonder Woman
Alright,
still
guys.
has to look ferocious, but at the same time she has to look elegant. Like she's still like, a
So what are
comic
you
book
trying to
nerd's
say?
dream.
Thick chicks aren't elegant.
No, I mean look, that's what people are
You
saying.
heard
like,
it
she's
first,
skinny,
guys.
she's thicker.
All right, before Marcus gets himself in any more trouble,
Oh my god.
let's move on to another topic.
Yeah,
we
so-
talked about it, Batman versus Superman. We love it. We'll talk about it more as we get more news coming in.
Exactly.
We also want
Let's
to talk about
Oh,
season
time
2.
out. But did you guys see the statues yet? They were released yesterday.
I already sent it to
Yeah.
Javon. I got them.
Yeah, yes.
You got the statues?
Yes.
You-
I sent
oh, you
to
bought
Javon.
them?
No, I didn't buy it, but I want to.
Oh, I was thinking. I don't have any statues, but I might get one just because
I
it
might
looks so
get that
dope.
one. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So we also want to talk about season 2. DC is also they announced they started filming season 2 of Flash, season
Okay.
4 of Arrow, and of
Okay.
course season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you guys
Okay.
thinking about that? Actually, again, we saw some more photos of the new costumes, and Flash's costume is nothing we haven't. It's nothing new. It just has the regular comic book emblem instead of the little lightning bolt over the.
Yeah,
red.
yeah. He now looks like the Flash.
More,
All right.
he looks like
I-
more comic accuracy. What do you guys think?
I'm down with it. I haven't seen many episodes of The Flash just yet, because I haven't seen many episodes. I was watching Arrow, but I'm honestly waiting until it's, yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't catch up shows like that. I'm too busy. Like I'm waiting for it on Netflix so I can do a crash course, a binge.
You only
Yeah,
waiting
that's
for
what
a
I'm doing with
minute.
Arrow.
You only waiting for a minute for Flash hit
Think
Netflix.
so?
You gotta look
Yes.
on demand.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be somewhere. Like
Let me tell you
I'm,
something.
I'm sure it's on
it's,
demand.
I'm a DC fan, so regardless, like I'm gonna
I like
watch
Green
it.
Arrow. I mean,
Yeah, Arrow is
I
fun.
like
Like I
Green
love
Arrow.
Arrow.
And I like the show. The show is really,
I'll
I
tell you
don't
this.
know, something about that show.
If you like Daredevil and stuff, then you'll like Flash.
Daredevil's
In terms of like how good Flash was, in terms, how their budget. Like I thought the Flash budget was just much bigger than Arrow season 1's budget. So
It was.
it just looked
It was.
great. It was great.
But then again, you got to think about it too. Arrow's like Batman. Like he doesn't have superpowers, and he doesn't. And unlike Batman, he doesn't have these crazy gadgets.
Wait,
So-
look at it. You're looking at it at the perspective.
But that's what he's saying about it being low budget. I mean, it's not a low budget show, but they don't need a high budget for.
Well, they had to. They had to
for
step up the game
superpowers.
because obviously people. But here's the problem. CW
I feel
will
you
be
can't-
will be notoriously known for Smallville. No matter what they do in life.
Oh my God!
Every
You
superhero
better
show-
say it again. You
Yeah,
better
listen.
say it again.
Yeah, it's the truth. They will be notoriously known for Smallville.
Again.
So everything that
Yes.
they do must compare to
That's the
Smallville.
revolve of-
For
yes.
better or for worse, it will compare. So
Are you really shaking
Wait,
your
are you?
head?
Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the?
CW, the
Stop.
network.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait, time out. Are you saying the story has to revolve around Smallville?
No.
Smallville?
No,
I'm talking about like in terms of like
We're
how they
just
do
saying
shows, like
how
how.
the show-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
how
that's
the
what-
show is
that's why I was
created.
shaking my
How the
head.
show is.
Yeah, whatever super show they do, it will always be compared to Smallville.
No matter
Me
what.
personally,
Okay, no, I get it.
Smallville.
My
I hate
bad.
Smallville. I thought
See,
that
my
show was
bad.
retarded.
Did you just commit suicide? Did you just say you hated Smallville?
I did. It was the worst
Oh my
show.
God.
No, my bad. See, I misunderstood it. Smallville wasn't bad. I watched it for the first couple
Yeah,
of seasons
that's
back
Smallville.
in middle school. but I
Smallville was
couldn't- I
great
couldn't
Did you
catch
until
up.
watch
it
all
got
the way to the
weird.
end?
Yeah,
Huh?
I watched all the way
It
through.
got weird.
I didn't
All the way
watch it
through.
all the way through.
I
I
finished-
watched
I
it when I
finished-
was in
It
middle
did get
school.
weird, but
It got different. It was definitely
The reason
problem
why go ahead.
the problem with Smallville wasn't Smallville. It was Tom Wellings. The problem with Smallville was Tom Wellings. He didn't want to be Superman. So people, it's kind of like what I think where it's like they were afraid to say the S word, which was Superman. They didn't want to see Superman ever. So the blur.
Remember that movie was being filmed. Superman Returns was being filmed at the time that show was
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah, I
they
remember
didn't
that
have the
confused me
technical
too.
right
Right.
They didn't have the right to call him Superman. So
Right.
At that time.
So much going on with that show.
So ever since then, people want to see a superhero show where the superhero is the main story, not no Blur, not no Arrow. We want Green Arrow. We want the Flash. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, the Flash was the only show that took it there off the jump.
Yeah, you're right.
It took it there off the jump.
If
First
you notice,
episode was the Flash. The end.
If you wait. If you notice in the Arrow show, I forgot what episode. I don't remember what episode it is. It might have been season 1. I know it was either season 1 or season 2 because that's when I saw it on Netflix. They actually dropped the him when they were saying, "What should we call him?" I mean, we can't just keep calling the Vigilante. And then somebody came up with Green Arrow, and he was just like, "Oh, that's corny. No, not Green Arrow." See, stuff like that. I can see that's kind of annoying because it's a tip of the hat to say to the fans.
That brings us into that's good though, because that brings us into the plot stories. So Flash and Arrow coming into the next season. They announced it officially. They're gonna have panels for them starting tomorrow. So they're gonna talk about some of the plots. So I know off the jump, the Flash. We're talking about the multiverse. The Flash season 1 ended off with the portal opening up.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for what they're going to do. Take this on season 2 with him being able to travel using the Speed Force. I think that's going to be awesome. We saw Jay Garrick's helmet fall out at the end of season 1. We saw Caitlin Snow. Huh? Okay.
I think I did read that. They were talking about using the Speed Force, like the actual universe.
And we actually saw a bit of Caitlin Snow turning into Killer Frost, so I know fans were happy about that.
Really?
And we also know that we got the
Killer Frost.
What's that kid's name? What's the I cannot remember that kid for the life of me.
Oh, what?
You talking
about Wally West?
No. You talking about
Cisco. The show.
Oh. Cisco.
He's actually going to be turning into Vibe.
Exactly. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And he's because Vibe is the only guy. Vibe is the only hero that can technically stop the Flash. He's a hero.
Exactly.
Because he shuts down the Speed Force and he shuts down the Flash. So he's a pretty cool character. And I heard we're gonna start. Now I don't think we're gonna see him become the Vibe until season 3, but I start seeing he will start taking the steps to be Vibe. Maybe by the end of, or maybe by the mid-season finale, maybe turns Vibe between then, because that brings because the multiverse is opening up some pretty serious stuff. We're gonna they already announced that we're gonna see Wally West, we're gonna see Bart, we're gonna see Bart, we're gonna see
Jay Garrick, of course.
Jay Garrick, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see tons of different Flashes and not just.
Along with that, so what do you guys think? How do you think they're going to take Arrow? Because the season finale of Arrow, it seemed like
Arrow was over.
He's
done. Exactly. It seemed like Arrow was over.
Retired.
That's why I brought up to the whole point of Smallville. Mm-hmm. People were sick and tired of the whole. They kept prolonging the season without him becoming Superman. I don't see that happening now with Arrow. By next season, I would say this: at least before the mid-season finale. Before the mid-season finale next year, he will become the Green Arrow. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because of Legends of Tomorrow starts at the end of the mid-season finale.
You talking about changing his name from Arrow to Green Arrow? Is that what you mean?
Remember, Arrow is dead. According to the directors and according to the season finale, he retired the name Arrow. The name Arrow was done. The costume is done. The costume is done. He would never wear that costume ever again. Exactly.
You telling me he's gonna grow the goatee and stuff?
He's gonna be.
We don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
They didn't announce.
I'm excited because Green Arrow as a character in the comics was a lot more than what he's being portrayed in the show.
Thank you.
I mean, he was a freedom fighter. This dude really cared about people, no matter how much money he made. He actually became the mayor of his was it Star City? And he still cared about his people. He cared about the little guy, no matter what.
But that's what I feel like they betrayed that in the show too, though.
No, the show is making him Batman. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The show wants him to be Batman.
When you bring in Ra's al Ghul as his bad guy, he's Batman.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm there with you, but what I was going to say is the only, as far as personality difference between the show and the actual origin, is that he's more of a goofy guy.
Yes.
Like he's a funny guy. In the show, he's so serious. Like you said,
especially in JOU. JOU, he was
funny.
Right.
Even in the comics, like even New 52 or whatever they want to call themselves now, the DC Comics, just in the main storyline, he's still a goofy guy. He still drops corny jokes from time to time. So he's pretty much like like Wally West and what's his face, Hal Jordan. They might drop like a joke from time to time.
One-liners.
Oliver he's a real serious guy. In the show, he's just like a real.
That characterization? You like that characterization a bit more?
I mean, honestly, it doesn't bug me because it's not the comics, it's not the cartoon, it's his own story. I'm somebody that I can roll with the punches when it comes to something like that. Like, if you want the more goofy side of Green Arrow, go pick up the comics. Go watch the cartoon.
Okay,
so this is another origin.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I want to end off. All right, so look. I want to end off the Arrow talks with two strong points. The first point I want to talk about, all right, is not Felicity, but more so the Arrow's relationship between Felicity. Like this has to stop. I don't know, but I'm getting sick and tired of love triangles in these type of shows. Like,
yeah, that's a bit annoying. I
feel like it throws the story off. And I feel like that's throwing his character off. That's one thing I want to address. And the second thing I want to address was John Diggle. He's not going to be Green Lantern, even though we're going over to.
Definitely not.
Yeah, we're going over to Coast City.
I've heard that.
So episode 1 of season 4 will be in Coast City. There's no going to be the reason why. Here's what I'm saying. He can't be quote unquote the black green
John Stewart.
He can't be John Stewart. He can't be the Black Green Lantern until there's Al Jordan.
Yeah.
Not even that. Like, see, I know I did say, I might be contradicting myself because I know I definitely just said not even 5 minutes ago how if you want this, go read the comics and watch the cartoons, and if you want that, go watch the movies or the show. But with that being said, you can't just totally eliminate the origin either.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
If you're gonna do a Black Green Lantern, you need to have John Stewart.
If anything, I'm thinking he's gonna be Guardian.
Huh?
I'm thinking he might be Guardian. Because he said because remember at the end of season 4 they said he needs to start wearing a mask. So I'm guessing Guardian. That's my guess. Guardian, or somehow I'll hate if they do this because of the rights for Teen Titans coming up.
He better not be Cyborg.
But
he better not be Cyborg.
He better not be Cyborg. I'm trying to tell you, he better not be Cyborg.
He's in his 40s. Like,
that's what I'm. But you know how they're doing it. Look at this. Batman's 50 years old before Justice League. Come on.
See, that's the thing. But Cyborg is a teenager, though. Cyborg is a high school kid.
Well, look at how many ways.
Early 20s at best.
What I want to state right now is how everybody should assume about their comic books. If you know how when people hate when their characters are adapted in a different way, like we get Black Spider-Man and all that type of stuff. If you're going to change a character, make sure whatever you change about it isn't a part of the character. The part of Cyborg, whether you make him black or white, he's always been a high school jock.
Exactly.
He's a high school football when he became Cyborg.
Even in New 52, like they kind of changed him up a little bit too, because I remember Cyborg, not even off the Teen Titans, but he still has a sense of humor or whatever.
Nah, he's a goofy character.
Yeah.
Until he goes JLU, he's a goofy character. Because once he's in JLU, he's serious as shit because he's taking over the Martian Man's job.
Yeah, and in the comics, yeah. I mean, if you want to base the cartoons or whatever off of that, yeah, I guess you could say that he pretty much did take Martian Manhunter's job or whatever. If you want to base it from the JLL series and the comics, I mean, he kind of did because he's the guy that's in the Watchtower, but he's a lot more serious too. But if you want to compare it to the cartoons he's more comedic. So I get what you're saying. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. As long as the character is Vic Stone, yeah, I guess you could change up his personality, you could
change his race, personality, all that.
Yeah.
But you can't change a core part of his character.
I mean, with Batman, all right, so Mike, you read comics. I know you know the Earth 2 story, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Even what I think it was Batman Earth 2. I think they just dropped Volume 2, whatever. When you read it, Batman is a total nutball. He's got the same personality, but he's just sloppy. He's sloppy. He shoots his grapple gun, misses his target, stupid stuff like that, or he's swinging and then he'll fall or whatever. So that's not the Batman we know. No. But he still has that core origin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They changed up Alfred's character.
They didn't change any. Oh, you're talking about Earth 1. Not
Earth 1, yeah, Earth 2, my bad, not Earth 1, yeah.
Yes, that's one of my things. I still love that book for the reason that it never changed the core part of his character.
Mm-hmm.
that he saw his parents die and he wants to prevent that from ever happening.
Yeah, if they want to change up his personality, like a slight, I mean, that's if he wants to make him a little goofy or whatever, no big deal. But like,
no big deal. Don't change the core part of this character. Don't make Batman just be Batman because I saw a
with heat vision or with freezing hands. Like, don't do that. Don't go that far. But if you want to change up his personality a little bit or his race, or maybe instead of being a 6'2", 6'3", 200-some pound lean muscular man, you can make him look like Adam West or whatever. You know what I mean? I guess you can run with it because you have your different variations. If you want this kind of Batman, watch this. If you want that, read that. You know what I I mean? Like,
all right. So I mean,
and this leads us into the Marvel portion of our talk now, because that's what we got to get to. We're lagging behind right here.
Yeah, we lagging behind. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Oh, my bad.
When are we going to start with our three main Marvel movies that are coming out soon? We have Fantastic Four. No, Ant-Man first. Coming out next week. Fantastic Four with the Black Human Torch. I know everybody's iffy about that, but
I don't even. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Right.
So, and then now we're going to have later on next year, which is coming Comic-Con, Deadpool. And I'm excited about the Deadpool. Marketing for this film is legit, guys. It really is. What do you guys think? Have you seen a lot of the marketing for it?
Yeah.
For which one?
Deadpool.
For Deadpool, I seen the leaked trailer from last year's Comic-Con.
Talking about the animated joint?
Yes.
I mean, the CGI base. I mean, it was half. Yeah, it was half CGI, half regular. I don't freaking know. All I know is that I actually liked Deadpool from X-Men Origins before he became the Abomination. Let me finish. Before he became the Abomination at the end. When Ryan Reynolds first came out as Deadpool, just like he was goofy and he was cutting down the knives. Yeah. That was definitely Deadpool. That's definitely Deadpool.
He saved himself. He said before the end. Okay, that was all right. Before the end. I heard when you said that. Mike had a face like, I was like, what the hell?
Because look. The merc with the mouth needs a mouth, all right?
So that's the first thing. What we were saying. Change him up a bit, but don't change up the core origin.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, like,
they gave him
make Deadpool a little more serious, but you cover his mouth.
Now, I want this Deadpool to be like the Deadpool from Ultimate Alliance. I'm talking about, I want all the vanishing, I want all the teleportation, I want all the lasers, all the guns, I want everything. I want this thing to be legit,
See, that's one of my things with comic book adaptations today. They try to change so much. Well, they can only do so much with an adaptation. We all know that. But you try to change way too much. And I'm so glad that when Ryan Reynolds finally signed on and got this ready to go, and I don't know who's directing it, but whoever created this movie looks like they're doing it right. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures, but a lot of the marketing has been like breaking of the fourth wall style. We all know Deadpool.
Which is gonna be so hard to do on a big screen theater.
Actually, did you see the interview? I think it was with Mario Lopez. Yes. Where he ended up killing him. He killed him.
Really? No, send me that. Yeah, send me that. I haven't seen that. I've not seen that.
You gotta watch the interview. Like he's actually interviewing, and then I don't remember. I saw it like months ago when it came out. I just remember he killed him towards the end.
You guys haven't seen the new photos coming out.
No. You have to link me.
Yeah, I've seen. I think I saw the one photo where he was like posing, like his normal pose. Where he's reading magazine,
over the past week, they've launched a lot more photos. They have one where he's hitchhiking his way to Comic-Con.
No, I haven't seen that.
He's invading. Yeah, you guys got to check out the market.
Check it out. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
As February comes closer and closer, they're going to be doing a lot more of that. And I can't wait.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not a huge Deadpool fan, but I follow anything. So that's something I missed. So
I love Deadpool. To me, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
I've read some Deadpool. I mean, I've got his first trade paperback on the Marvel Now joint, and it's funny.
So what are we expecting? I mean, he's gonna have a booth. We're having a conference for Deadpool. What are you expecting to see? Are we expecting to see a trailer this weekend? Or what?
I don't think they're gonna blow a trailer out this fast. Of course, what they're gonna do is give anybody at Comic-Con a free preview as usual. Hopefully, somebody leaks it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But what I think we'll get out of this. More details as to what's going on with this movie, because they've been really secretive about it up to this point. None of us know what it's really about.
Oh, no idea.
And one of the rare movies that don't get leaked, man.
Well, my one question is, because it is Fox, are they merged? Do you think they're merged? No, you don't think they're merging with X-Men, do you?
Yeah,
it's difficult.
they will.
It might be.
They will. They have to.
but it might be a bit more difficult than y'all.
Here's the
think to
problem:
do.
you gotta have down the road. You gotta have Deadpool and Wolverine because they can't have Deadpool and Hulk, obviously.
Well,
They can't have Deadpool and Thor, so you
there's
get
the
Deadpool and
problem,
Wolverine.
but there's a problem with that. Wolverine origins happen.
Mhm.
That's a big problem for me.
But let me cut you-
But they erased everything. The
Yeah,
Days
they-
of Future Past erased all that shit.
And they did that with Gambit too, because now they got what's his face playing Gambit now.
Channing Tatum.
Channing
Magic
Tatum.
Mike.
Magic Mike. They got Magic Mike playing Gambit. And and how are they going to do that when Origins? I mean, Gambit
Yeah,
was the
it's
character
just-
back in the
I don't-
'70s or whatever.
Exactly.
So-
You see what I'm saying? Where the timelines have
I
all
don't know
been
how they're
messed
going to do that. That's going to be tricky.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a bit tricky because that means Deadpool is now linked in with the Fantastic Four, X-Men from this new X-Men Apocalypse movie. All that's happening in the same cinematic universe.
So you think
Wouldn't
Fantastic Four's a new
this be
X-Men?
awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome if there were just like a big FU to MCU and was like, here is well they can't be the Avengers, but what would the word be? The Ultimate Alliance. That right there, if they turn around with this is the Ultimate Alliance and put Fantastic Four, put in Deadpool,
And
put
X-Men.
in the X-Men.
Not even X-Men. Get some smaller characters like the X-Force.
Yeah, I mean they have so much right. Exactly. They can just go ahead and they can just throw in Wolverine and Gambit and someone else. Anyone, whatever high profile character name that they have access to, which they have plenty of, they can go ahead and throw in there and just call it a day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm excited for. I want to see something. I want to see Fox like until they give up their rights. I want to see them use it to their full advantage because so far they have not been doing a good job. Besides Days of Future Past, they've just been kind of meh.
Meh.
Even meh. So Ant-Man, they finally released that little news trailer clip that Marvel leaked. That was like, it kind of pieced them together. It pieced together the whole what the Avengers is doing and how the Ant-Man guy broke out of prison or whatever. So I think it's kind of cool.
Are you guys looking forward to see Ant-Man?
I'm looking forward to see any movie.
Okay. I'm there with you. I can respect
right, because I'm just
I'm an Ant-Man. Okay, I'm not a diehard Ant-Man fan, but
Mm.
I did read up on him as a kid. Hank Pym to me is he's a weird, peculiar hero. He's got split personalities. He's one of the craziest in the whole Marvel comics continuity. He's just weird. And supposedly right now in the comics he's Ultron. Really weird. So,
Yeah.
how they're gonna make this character interesting in the movie? They went and actually. Hank Pym isn't even Ant-Man. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, he's not.
Scott Lang is the new Ant-Man in this movie. So, I mean, I'm interested to see how they connect this to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm really interested in seeing.
I want to say that I'm with you. I'm curious. I'm with Javon too. I'll pretty much check anything out. Like I'm one of these guys that didn't really like Thor. I didn't like the first one or the second one. It just didn't really interest me.
Thank you.
I'm not a Thor fan.
As long as Ant-Man isn't.
I'll watch it.
I watch it, but
I doesn't mean I'm gonna be excited for it.
No.
Like with Ant-Man, like I feel like I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but I feel like does he really deserve his own movie? Like he can't just be like an Avengers. Like
exactly. Thank you.
I mean, I don't want to say I'd rather see a Falcon movie or a Machine.
I would.
But see, that's the thing. Like, you can't say the same thing about War Machine because War Machine movie would be the exact same thing as an Iron Man movie. So you might be together.
Put Falcon and War Machine in the same movie. Call it a day. Called Double Black. I don't care. It's working. I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many.
At the bottom of the screen when this.
But that's what I'm saying. They have all these other heroes, and Ant-Man is just like who? Like honestly, who can really say they're a huge Ant-Man fan like that? Like Ant-Man is their favorite superhero.
Exactly. Everyone's gonna be hopping on.
I guess they're gonna hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
People were Star-Lord fans before 2014.
Thank you.
Who was a Star? I didn't even know who Star-Lord, Groot.
Yo,
yeah,
when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy, I was so blown. I was like, yo, nobody give a crap about Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. I said that movie was gonna be stupid until I saw that.
They did a good job with the movie, right? Exactly. That's the only thing. Yeah.
I think it would be stupid, but I didn't really care about them either. I mean, honestly, I started reading some Guardians. I really started reading Guardians after I started reading I forgot what trade paperback it was. I read the first volume. Sorry, that sounded really stupid. And then I read Team Up. I read the first 5 on Team Up. Where it starts off with Avengers and then
Guardians of the Galaxy aren't that interesting in the comic books.
They're not.
The movie
They're
did
not.
it a
It's all right.
favor, honestly.
And matter of fact, they're not even that interesting to finish this conversation. So, Fantastic, so Fantastic Four reboots.
Okay.
Low expectations. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I am. I hope
I'm
they
excited.
they fix all the mistakes that those first two made.
To be honest,
That's all I can say.
I think it was
the
second one.
trailer alone was better than the entire last two movies. Okay? That says something. That says something.
Damn.
They have a real Doctor Doom, like legit. Like they're not going to no other dimension. I don't know if you know that. They're going to hell. Okay, they're going to hell because if you look at Doctor Doom's machine that he built, because he built this one too. If you cut that in the trailer, so he found the portal because the whole point was to go back to hell and save his mother. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In the comics, yeah.
Right. Yeah. That was the whole comic premise.
So you don't think it's the negative zone? I thought that was the negative zone.
Whatever it is much cooler than going to space and
Yes.
getting blown up in a space.
All right, so a little backstory. With this movie, I think they're going to be taking the ultimate origins of the Fantastic Four, which is how they got their powers. It was the original Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom, of course, back when they were kids, traveled to the negative zone, got trapped, came back. They all had wonky powers. Now, that's where I think this movie's going. Do I think that's a better option than what the last movies we got? Yeah. I think it's a lot more.
Now, do you think Doctor Doom? He's not traveling because you look at it. It's distinctly four pods. Was Doctor Doom already there and stuck in the negative zone?
Yeah,
And,
right.
and they released him because you know what I'm saying. I mean, whatever it is, he's like magic / technology this time. He's not pure technology like the other one. He's magic this time. He's like legit. Like this is the best armor in all superheroes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, are we talking about Doctor Strange or Doctor
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Dr.
Good.
Doom.
Yeah, the
He has-
old magic and stuff. That sounded like Doctor Strange for a second.
Well, no, Dr. Doom is a sorcerer. In the
Yeah.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that. I know that, but I started thinking Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I mean, right. Well, I mean, you know, it
I know
just.
Secret Wars. It's like all
Yeah.
based on Doctor Doom's
Exactly.
his
Yeah.
world and whatnot.
I mean, like I
I
said, this is super legit. I want to see Doctor Doom like kick ass. I really want him to destroy the Fantastic Four and then make them really fight for this win. Like I don't want no cheesy Silver Surfer at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to.
I didn't even watch that one.
Hopefully we get a Marvel that actually, wows us. This will be
Yeah.
the first Marvel that actually does something bad.
Exactly.
Other than Ultron.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Marvel villains have a history of just being terrible.
Exactly. I want to see Doctor Doom.
Rhino.
Like, right.
Spider-Man will crush you.
We all know.
Yo, that
Marvel
movie
villains are-
screamed Batman and Robin all over it.
But look, I think it's right.
Shoemaker.
Because of the low expectations for Fantastic Four, I definitely believe that there's no way this can do bad. There's no way this can do bad because no one expects it to
Everybody
do
has
good.
low expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Everybody
got
has
low
low
expectations for it.
Exactly. So if it gets you a 6 out of 10, everyone's gonna be like, that shit was pretty good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, that's where it's gonna be. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. It's a win. Now, also Comic-Con is not just the normal superhero stuff. We also get TV shows. And one of the TV shows everyone's talking about this summer is Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this is a spin-off of the original series, The Walking Dead. The comic book, of course, adaptation of the TV show. Or, wait, the TV adaptation of the comic book. I don't know.
Yeah, the comics are from
right. The comic adaptation
Right.
of the whatever. So this is that. Okay, this is that. So this is the first time we see someone trying to. Are they trying to give us a origin story, or are we just milking?
I think
milking characters?
here, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a milking of that franchise.
Okay, that's what I was figuring.
Opportunity to just go. You know what? What would happen if we just followed another group? You think people will be mad, or do you think people?
Yeah. See, you know what? And
kids, you like Walking Dead? Want to see a show about somebody completely different?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, you look at like shows like Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad. They had their own little spinoffs. Well, Sons of Anarchy hasn't yet, but they did say they're going to do an own spinoff. Yeah, they're saying they're going to do a spinoff with like the OG Sam Crow. Like, are you guys familiar with Sam Crow?
I watched Sons of Anarchy for like 2 seasons. That shit whack, boy. I don't have time for that. No black man should watch that movie. You heard it first from Chotec. Thank you.
All right, but what
Don't watch that show. That show is.
But what I'm saying is, after the show was over, they're going to do a spinoff with the same group. I mean, Sam Crow from the 60s, so the original one. So with Breaking Bad, it's the same thing. After the show, they're doing a spin-off with Better Call Saul. Like, has anybody really watching that? I'm not watching
that. First of all, I watched one episode of Better Call Saul. Stupid. So
it looks stupid.
Right. It's stupid. It's stupid. I got a free episode from Google Play. No, that's dead.
You know what's kind of cool about this? You know what's kind of cool about these spinoffs and everything? It's more. It seems like TV is becoming a more reputable medium to getting your content out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be cheaper to make than movies, but you can have more viewers potentially, especially with the whole streaming services we have now and all that. I think it's a great medium. It's becoming a more serious medium now.
I can think of one show that actually worked. I'm about to go real BET right now, though. Remember
the game?
Yeah, the game. That was a spinoff. That was a spinoff.
Exactly.
And guess what? It was more successful than the origin, or than the original show.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know what they're doing now, but I mean.
Yeah, right now it's crazy. Believe it or not, I still follow the game.
I still watch it too, but I don't really know what's going on. Like,
it's crazy. All I know is this is the last season, thank God, and
they're doing too much.
And also they're bringing back the main stars from the first seasons. Yeah, for the last 2 episodes.
I never watched the episode of the game.
Yeah,
really?
Honestly, it's one of those shows where it's like you're not really missing nothing if you don't watch it. But
it's funny.
If you watch it, it's a good show. It's good.
Only reason why I watch it, the story is so ridiculous. Now I feel like it is pretty much a soap opera.
It's a soap opera. It's a soap opera. It's a ghetto. It's a ghetto soap opera. I mean, ghetto, son.
It is.
With a capital O.
But it's so funny. It's so funny.
It is.
Like Malik and Jason are so damn funny. Like they're assholes.
First and only time the Chill Tech in the shop ever talk about the game seriously.
I know, right?
It probably won't ever happen again.
Right? Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Serious conversation.
I mean, you can't always be a nerd. I'm sorry. Like I'm not a full-on nerd. Like you gotta watch some other stuff too.
So Fear the Walking Dead. We're taking place in the West Coast now. We're following, like Mike said, we're following another crew. But this is like years before Rick wakes up. Now this is what we know as fact. This is what they announced at Comic-Con and stuff already. It's going to start off a few years before everything happens, and as the first 2 seasons progress, they're going to finally catch up to this group. What? Like, I don't know. It's because they're gonna cross over their own crossover show. Listen, so this is really funny to me.
So we're starting. Origin of the whole.
That's the thing. They have not announced if this is going to be an origin, or this is going to be a just another group that we're following. Like I said, are we milking money, or are we getting an actual backstory this time? Are we gonna know how this even starts off? Because what I've heard, and it's not nothing official. This is what I've heard. We will not see any walkers horror during that. Like we're gonna see like 1 or 2 people turn an episode, and it's gonna be so ever so slightly that the whole world doesn't know about it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like like how it's like a zombie apocalypse. It's like one bite to one bite to one bite. The whole snowball effect.
So we're gonna watch a drama.
We're gonna watch a drama essentially for the first few episodes until it becomes like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to watch it because I like The Walking Dead, and they're saying that they're putting in more money into this show than The Walking Dead, which says a lot for a show that's already that's still running. That's still running. Exactly, and because it's not like Walking Dead is going anywhere. Walking Dead is not going to go anywhere anytime soon because they have so much to go left. Just in the comic alone, they have so much things they need to go through. So
it's like Game of Thrones.
Exactly. So now we're talking about a potential group that's going to meet up with our group in somewhere in Georgia. They're traveling from the West Coast, it seems, to the East Coast to meet up with their guys in Georgia. How they do this, I don't know. Marcus, you too big for dog like that.
In DC. I'm starting out in DC.
Right. So no, wait. We're in DC now, right?
Am I in it? And I didn't know about it.
I know, right? Yeah, right. We're in DC now. We're
right down the block from you.
Right?
We're coming right up Georgia Ave.
Oh man! So that's Fear the Walking Dead. We're gonna see some things on this on Saturday. Hopefully, it's any good. You guys check out our Google Plus pages for content as they release. Now, Game of Thrones will have a huge conference. Of course, they do every year. Everyone wants to see the leaks and footages of where they're going to be shooting their stuff at next, and they're going to be asking ridiculous questions that no one's going to answer. And the number one question this year is going to be, What happened to Jon Snow? Jon Snow, is he dead? I don't know what's going on. Well, guess what? You're not going to ask Jon Snow because he's not going to be here at this at this event, which is really funny. And not only is Jon Snow not going to be here, George R. Martin is not going to be here. So
he's about as tired as the fans as everyone else is.
Exactly, right? The producers won't be there. The director won't be there. So you're about to be talking to like Arya and like Littlefinger.
Exactly.
Like it's gonna be really funny.
The whole crew, the people that actually keep that show going, are so tired of this show.
Exactly. But what's really funny is that everyone who's gonna be there doesn't know themselves what's happening to Jon Snow because none of them are actually related to Jon Snow's character. Besides Arya, but she doesn't really count because she's doing her own Faceless Men thing. So
my favorite characters on that show are the White Walkers because they want that show as bad as I do. They want everything dead just as much as I do.
I don't know. I like the dragons.
End it, please.
Actually, you know who's my favorite character? Believe it or not, one of my favorite characters. It sounds horrible. Ramsay.
Who is that?
The dude that be raping the girls and like who the girl? Big thing everyone hated him for.
Marcus, chime in on this conversation because I'm about to slap him.
I mean, honest, I didn't want to say anything, but I don't watch Walking Dead and Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I mean, I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't really followed it like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I've been a little quiet.
Yeah, you just came out quiet, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh.
I'm talking about Javon. Javon just lost sound.
Oh, yeah. What, Javon? What happened?
Can't hear you, buddy.
Oh my God. We're going to edit this part out. We can't hear you.
We're free to talk about whatever we want now.
All right. What's going on, Mike?
We're about to talk. Is he still
We
trying
can't
to talk?
hear. He's still trying to talk. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No sound. And he's still talking.
Man, he's the host too.
He's the host. And the sound just went out.
Is this supposed to
I
happen?
can't hear you.
Oh, we can't hear you, dog. You gotta unplug your headphones. Nope.
Nothing.
Gotta edit that part out. Are we live right now, or are we
Yeah,
just
we're
like?
still live. All right, so you know what? Since Javon wants to still talk, I will move on to the next topic.
Okay.
And this is me and Marcus's big thing. It's
Okay.
comic books.
Okay.
Right now, Marcus, I don't know if you've heard. I'm a fan of Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns.
Okay. Oh.
I don't know if you are. I'm not a fan of Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Okay.
Not a fan. But they just announced that Frank Miller, along with another team of writers and artists, are creating a sequel to The Dark Knight Strikes
I heard
Again.
that. I heard that.
Called The Dark Knight 3: The
Mhm.
Master Race.
And guess what? I'm not looking forward for that. I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I think Frank Miller is like just so gone off the left end now. I mean, what was it? All-Star Batman? Like,
Yeah.
that was awful.
Hello. Can you hear me now,
Now
guys?
you're back.
Oh,
Now
sorry,
our boss is
sorry,
back.
sorry,
Now our
sorry.
boss is back.
sir.
Boss is back.
All right.
All right,
So-
I tried to take
moved
over the
on.
show.
Yeah, we moved on to comics.
Okay, cool. Great.
All right. And we were just talking about The Dark Knight 3, The Master Race.
Can I
And
say
Marcus
something?
was,
Now, I want to add. Wait, what'd you say?
Well, no, Marcus hadn't finished. He was actually telling.
I was gonna say this might sound blasphemous, but I'm not a huge fan of The Dark Knight.
Okay.
graphic novel. I read it. I've read it. I've seen the movie. I'm just not a huge fan. It's okay to me. But you know what it is though? I think it's a generation thing for me because I have older books from the 90s and stuff, and this is older than that. And I feel like to me it's like reading it in a 2015 mentality or
It's dated.
It's dated. Yeah. Maybe not 2000. I mean, I've read it a couple years ago. I read it a while ago.
See,
So whatever year I read it, I'm stuck
For
in that
me,
mentality.
well,
Even
I
the art.
read it at a time period where it wasn't relevant,
Mhm.
but it was a time where my interpretation.
Hey, really quick, guys. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Bowtie's second account. He said, "I'm going to share this to Facebook. I can't be the only one person watching this." So he shared it. Hey, look, we appreciate it, Mr. Bowtie. Hey, look, also
Appreciate it much.
because of him, we got So it said Shadrex said, "Hola." So what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
We gotta get some, talking, man. We're fans of talking to us now. This is good. That's what we're talking about. This is what I appreciate.
All right,
Hey, look,
like I was saying,
Facebook. What are talking about, yo?
All right, now like I was saying, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was when I read The Dark Knight Returns, it was irrelevant, like you said, but my interpretation of Batman was the goofy Batman. I had seen Batman and Robin. I had seen Batman Forever.
So you read a while ago.
When I read that book, and I was like, wow, this Batman, he's legit. This one's serious, ready, he's dangerous.
Tricia's been replaced with Bam Bam. Sorry, Bam Bam is my dog, by the way. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad, Mike.
No, that's all good.
Got you out the way.
Oh.
I know. You saw all kinds of.
Tracy, where you been at, Tracy?
Yeah, they wonder where you been.
Yeah, where have you been? Did you give up on us? Did you not want to hang out with us anymore? Did we get too nerdy for you?
You done hanging out with us now?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you cool enough to hang out with us?
Mike, get back to what you were saying.
No, I mean, I'm done. Don't worry about it.
No, go ahead.
Like I was saying, it was just it
off?
resonated with me because it was a new take on the Batman that I had never seen before.
When did you read it?
Like I said, the 90s. When I was a kid, I was young. I wasn't supposed to read it because I was more adult than what I was allowed to read. I'd say, when did Batman and Robin come out?
99, 98, something like that.
About 8 or 9. 8 or 9.
Oh, when you read it, okay. So I was gonna say,
I read it from my library. The first time I got it was in a library.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, you're a lot older than I thought then.
No, I'm only 24.
Okay. All right, I was gonna say, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm 25.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know I did that.
I thought you were older than me for a second. The way you said it,
the way I was talking.
The way you were talking, it seemed like you read it like,
I have an old soul.
15.
Yeah, you do. Hey, look. Hey,
I have an old soul.
Mike be talking like he's 30 years old and shit, yo. Like, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, the way you said it, that's just like, wait. How old are you?
Mike talk older than everybody else.
And I'm like the youngest one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, like I said, to me, it resonated with me because that was the first time me seeing Batman as a real badass. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool. Even though he's 50, it was still cool.
See, when I was 8 or 9, the books that I was reading was based off the animated series. So I wasn't reading the adult Batman. I had a couple, but because everything was so canon at that time, as a 9-year-old, 10-year-old, I couldn't get into it because I just had no idea what was going on. Yeah. So with the difference between the animated, comic series was it was most likely like the show. Like it was a one-shot joint. Like each issue was its own story. Nothing was canon. It might be like a couple issues here or there, whereas it might have been to be continued, just like the episodes. Yeah. But no, like my first introduction to the actual like adult comics, not adult comics, but I guess the regular DC Marvel universe was Batman Hush. That was like 13 or 14.
That's a whole other thing, man. That was good.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you out the most realest talk you ever heard in your life. The only reason why I've read comic books as a child is because at my local library they used to give you like a little free pizza thing during the summertime if you checked out books. So I just checked out comic books.
Exactly.
Right? Checked out comic books and I was like, I'm gonna get my reading.
That's why I got The Dark Knight Returns originally because we got
the most realest thing you ever heard.
We are so old. We had to get holes punched in this little pocket. We had to rent books, and if you rented 10 books a week, you got free pizza at the end of the week.
Exactly. You go to pizza.
What elementary school did you go to?
Ardmore Elementary.
I went to Montgomery
Crossing.
Yeah, I went to school in Montgomery County too, though.
Yeah, no, this is PG. I lived in PG.
Howard County, brother. Okay. Howard.
PG.
Yo, they give you your own personal pan pizza, bro. Everything.
Back in my day.
Well, maybe I just don't remember. Maybe I just don't remember the library kid thing.
You probably had it.
You probably did. I don't remember. I did read. I read at the time.
I said you probably didn't use it.
No. I probably didn't.
And the best part
read
is that when I wasn't checking out the comic books, I was checking out Magic School Bus. That junk was legit.
Yeah, but I've read a lot of Animorphs and Harry Potter and some of the Star Wars
you read real books. I'm talking about books of pictures, but get out of here, yeah.
I mean, I read comics.
Yo, you're talking about some Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, like yo.
I was reading My Little Caterpillar.
I was checking it out. Yeah.
12 years old reading Cat in the Hat.
I was like, look, but everything I read was canon though. So what are you talking about? Like everything I read.
Definitely
It's also what I'm doing now.
I know, but I know all the lore of how to become a butterfly. So what's up?
Oh my god.
I know all the
I know all the lore. I know real lore.
All right, moving on. New comics, more new comics coming out.
All right,
We also new comics that came out this week. Me and Marcus were talking about Batman number 42 earlier. He hasn't read it yet. I finished it. I
have it right here.
He's got it ready. It's in it. It's on deck for him to read.
It's right here. I bought it yet. I got it yesterday, and I haven't read it yet.
All right. So what do you think? Do you like this new direction they are taking Batman, Scott Snyder, and
I'm waiting for Bruce Wayne to come back. Let's just say that. I'll still read it, but I'm waiting for him to come back. Like even when they did the whole 0 year thing.
Yeah.
Like
all right.
Let's get back to
so
it.
For fans that don't know, Bruce Wayne is
dead.
Quote
Lost
unquote.
somewhere in a cave.
Somewhere. He died after fighting the Joker. Him and the Joker technically died at the end of Batman number 40.
It was, I believe, it was 40 or 39. Yeah. It was the Endgame.
Endgame storyline. Mm-hmm. Great storyline, horrible ending, kind of like most of the endings.
You didn't like the ending?
I didn't like the ending.
Really?
I did not like it.
I love that story.
No, all right. Let me rephrase that. When him and Joker went at it, yes, I did. That whole aspect
that
of
was
Joker
badass. Like they were.
When they showed Joker actually being terrified of the Batman, great scene, all of that. I just think it could have ended on a better note instead of just killing Bruce Wayne yet again. This is the second time they've done this, and we all know he's not dead. He's walking around somewhere hiding. Yep. And as at the end of issue 41, we all saw this dude, and a guy walks by, and they say, "Bruce." So we know he's still alive.
Yep. I forgot about that. Yeah, he was at the park bench. Yeah,
so it's just another. They just decided to have someone else take over. It's like when Dick Grayson became Batman. Mm-hmm. Just a new person become the hero.
That was stupid.
I gotta say,
I hated that. I hated the Final Crisis. I hate that story. I don't know. Have you read Final Crisis?
Bits and pieces. I never finished that one.
Oh my god, it's so damn confusing. Oh my god.
So you didn't like the whole Dick Grayson becoming Batman thing?
I didn't mind it. I actually liked that storyline. But I'm talking about like the whole.
I thought it was legit. I thought Dick Grayson being Batman was a very natural progression. I feel like that should be canon. That should be canon.
It was.
I had the trade paper. I mean, I have the absolute book, the absolute edition, the slide on. Talking about the expensive absolute. I had that.
Yeah, no. That was that's canon.
It's canon. Okay.
Batman and Robin. I have that.
That's history.
What's it called again? I have
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman and Robin. I forgot the absolute edition, but I liked it.
I want to see the new stuff with Damian. I want to see how Damian turns out as a character.
I haven't been on that.
For any fans of this show, if you haven't read Batman by Grant Morrison, Batman number 666, that was when Damian Wayne became Batman. Please read that. That's one of my personal favorite comics.
Going back to what we were talking about with Dick Grayson being as Batman. If you want to read a good storyline, because the absolute edition I was talking about is very expensive. I mean, you're talking about like 4 or 5 trade paperbacks all in one. Go pick up the Black Mirror. That story is crazy. Oh my God, the art is decent. It's okay. It's not Jim Lee. But when I tell you, I have it on the digital. I'm about to buy a hardcover.
Me and you, because we like comics. That's why I like you so much. I keep forgetting that we know artists. Who's your favorite comic book artist?
Jim Lee.
Is Jim Lee for sure?
Jim Lee. Because Batman Hush is what got me into it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I didn't realize how Hush was, I don't want to say hated on, but people don't really like it. But because they said it was so predictable, but when I read it, I was like 13. I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. So this was like my introduction to, again, real comics and not just, cartoony comics for kids. That was my real introduction to it.
All right. Jim Lee, yes, he's a big part of our childhood. He actually did X-Men.
The X-Men. I have that omnibus.
One of my first comic books that I read was that X-Men comic book.
I had the omnibus. I don't like the stories. The stories are okay.
My favorite comic book artist is the guy from Beetleborgs. What's his name? Something Fortune?
Really?
Huh?
Beetleborgs?
Wait, what?
Your answer is no longer valid. Get out of here.
Hey, what was that dude's name? Art Fortune. That's name Art Fortune, yo. Art Fortune. That's my guy.
Oh my gosh. I would say mine is Greg Capullo. Greg Capullo is probably one of my favorite artists.
Really?
Yeah. When he did Spawn back in the day, bro.
Boy, first of all, real talk, Da Vinci. What's up, yo?
You are good.
You know what I will say about Jim Lee though that I don't like, but I can respect it, is that Jim Lee is his books are so delayed.
Yes.
Like because, but you know what? I think it's the quality too, the quantity of the story. I don't think it's just him being lazy. It's just, I mean, his stuff is so detailed.
Yeah.
Like the expression on their faces and stuff like that.
You're right. He knows how to do expressions really well.
Like Greg Capullo, like with his stuff, sometimes it can be a little cartoony. And whoever's drawing X-Men, I have the book right here. I don't have the book.
Yeah, I don't like that artist.
Yeah, whoever's doing that, it's kind of cartoony, and like sometimes I feel like I'm reading a cartoon until they start cursing or whatever. But then when they kind of zoom out the panels, then you kind of lose the I guess like not the description but the details. Now it becomes a blank face with like black dots as eyes. I'm like,
not into that.
Yeah, I feel kind of embarrassed reading it. Like if I'm reading it in public or whatever. People are
everyone, hold on. We have breaking news. Hear me? Breaking news. Batman v Superman Arkham Knight DLC. What's this?
Wait, what?
The drawing of Batgirl?
What? Batman armor from Batman v Superman is now a Arkham Knight DLC. What?
Wait, what?
What? Breaking news? What?
The armored suit?
What? Breaking news? What? You heard it first? What? What?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm so serious. Yes, I'm serious. Yes, I'm serious. So serious. Day one of Comic-Con. All DC Access is giving up the reveal of Batman v Superman outfits, and they're giving Batman.
I'm checking my Instagram. I know it's gonna be there somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. I'll be downloading that.
That's pretty legit. That's legit.
Is it
That's
only
legit.
for Comic-Con?
I don't know if it's only for Comic-Con, but just as saying that is now a Arkham Knight DLC.
I saw the drawing of Batgirl.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I'm gonna play that.
So we gotta move on. We did our comic section.
Did our comics?
Of course, we also have. This is older news, but we are Miles Morales is officially the main Spider-Man in the Marvel, the brand new, all new, totally awesome new Marvel that's coming out after Civil Wars.
Wait, are we talking about the movie universe?
No, we're talking about the comics.
Universe.
Okay.
So,
I'm not even reading Spider-Man.
Miles Morales will be the main Spider-Man. Peter Parker is taking a back seat. He'll be in his own series. He won't even be in New York anymore, actually.
Where's he going to be?
Chicago.
He'll be traveling around.
He's going to Chirac. Yo, Spider-Man's down with the shits.
What do you guys think about that? I know there's a lot of flack for people. They don't like seeing Peter Parker gone. What do you guys think of?
I think
I'm with it.
No, honestly, are you asking me as a nerd or someone or as a black man?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is gonna be controversial because I know people are gonna disagree.
That's what's good about it. That's what's good about it. We need to hear the real points because I have a lot to say about it myself. Actually,
yeah. As a nerd, I think it's cool. I mean, it's just another character. It expands the universe. As a black man, this is super important because all superheroes are white. You know what I'm saying? Like 99% superheroes are white. There's barely any good black superheroes that aren't like, you know, hucking and jiving coons. You know what I'm saying? Like we have Cyborg. You know, he's a little goofy. You know what I'm saying? And we have like.
Well, that's why they changed him up in the JLA. He's not goofy.
Yeah, well, ever since he grew up, he's not goofy anymore.
Oh.
And you know, he took the place of a Martian Manhunter. You know what I'm saying? That's like the operations guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, it's like there's like a lot of, you know. There's like not very much of. There's like, you know, of course there's like the Black Green Lantern, but inside of Marvel, as actual like, you know, original black characters, Black Panther and Falcon. That's it.
There's Black. No, that's a few.
That's why I gotta disagree with this whole where we don't have a lot of black superheroes. It's a lot of black superheroes you guys don't know about.
No, okay, I was going to say good black superheroes.
Yeah.
I should say.
Well, yeah, everybody forgets about Isaiah Bradley, the actual black Captain America, who took over for Captain America.
I know, but that was like many series afterwards.
Yeah,
many series.
We still have Luke Cage, Black Panther. I mean, and Luke Cage is one of my favorite comic book heroes. Does he get enough recognition? No. Which is what upsets me most about this new Miles Morales change. I feel like Marvel is doing the right thing by giving us Miles Morales as a main Spider-Man, because that was one of my favorite Ultimate comic books when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But what about giving all of our other diverse characters some recognition?
I'm with you with that because the thing with that is, all right, they change up Captain America to Falcon. Now, the dude that's at my comic book shop, he said he's not with it, and he's black. So I was like, really? And he's like, okay, well, we have other black heroes that are all original heroes. They're not taking up the mantle. Falcon was already an established hero. Why is he taking the mantle?
And Falcon, if you ask me, was a good hero by himself.
Mm.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
need to be Captain America.
he doesn't need to be
honestly,
Captain America.
He didn't
Take
need
another brother.
any of
Like,
that.
well, Miles Morales, like, I mean, there's we forget Miles Morales is half Latino too. He's
Exactly. He's
Yeah,
black
he's not
and
just
white.
black.
Exactly.
He's not
Exactly.
Dominican, not
Black
white.
and Spanish.
And
Exactly.
there's not many. Like,
Yeah.
there's a couple people in, like, I think The Outsiders. Who reads The Outsiders? I mean, like, you have to be deep into comics to read The Outsiders.
Right.
But, like, I mean, we have, like, what, Storm from X-Men. But other than that, like, I mean, no one's
Definitely
really on the
Storm.
forefront.
And Storm was like she's so like, you know, big titty, big boobs. Like she's not even a really, you know, and they don't even use her to her full potential. She can create storms. She can create storms, and you never see her go past a hurricane.
But wait,
or like a
Who
tornado.
was playing Miss Marvel? Miss Marvel was ethnic too.
Yeah.
No. Where was that? No.
No. There is
Yep,
a Miss.
no,
There is
there's
a
a new
Miss
one.
Marvel who is.
Yep.
Yeah, you're thinking Miss Marvel is now Captain Marvel, but
Captain
there is
Marvel,
a new
yeah,
Miss
yeah,
Marvel.
yeah.
But there is a new Miss Marvel, and she's Muslim.
That's
And,
that's
yeah?
exactly
the
thinking.
younger
Yep.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
Same, thing, same thing with Simon Bass from Green Lantern. Simon Bass.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There are so many diverse characters in Marvel and DC that you can't just keep changing main characters, making them black, and then expecting us to be happy. How about bringing in some of the characters that we'd already liked? Like, I grew up liking Luke Cage. I read Heroes for Hire as a kid.
And for a lot of people who don't even read comics, I mean, especially kids and stuff.
What about Spawn? What's Spawn?
Yeah, I completely forgot about Spawn. Yeah.
So
But-
what I was going to say was, like, I remember last year I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, and we were talking about movies, and then I brought up Green Lantern, and I mean, nobody really likes the movie Green Lantern. That movie sucked. And he goes, "What I like about it was like the original Green Lantern was black," referring to John Stewart. And from right there, I was like,
But that
I
a
hate
lot
to
of people
think-
our age grew up with Justice League Unlimited, so you can't fault them for that.
you can't fault them for that
Yeah.
because they don't read the actual stories. And
Exactly,
I hate to break it to anybody, but nah, Hal Jordan is other than
He was
Alan
the
Scott.
original. Alan Scott was the original Green Lantern.
Other than him,
but wasn't
Hal
part
Jordan.
of the core.
Yeah, exactly. Other than Alan Scott, Hal Jordan was the OG Green Lantern. John Stewart came after. I forgot if it was Guy Gardner, John Stewart.
Yeah, I
who
think
came
they
in.
came around same time.
Yeah, same time.
And the
but-
thing about the Lantern Corps, people forget the Lantern Corps isn't a singular
one
hero.
person.
Exactly,
It's not.
it
It's
is
a whole
it
corps.
is a police
It's a whole
force.
corps. Uh-huh.
I was
It's
just having
like
this argument. I was just having this argument. Well, not a debate with my friend the other day. It's like the Green Lantern Corps isn't just Hal Jordan or John Stewart. It is
It is.
group of diverse
Yeah.
characters.
It's a police. It's legitimately
police
like
force. It's
like
a,
the Nova
it's a-
Corps.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Nova Corps. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
just very diverse. It's more to it than just one person.
Because they want to have representation of everyone, of every galaxy, of every planet, of every
But y'all want to know something though? In defense of DC and Marvel, as far as they bring like original characters, I feel like the reason why they did that too, as far as like replacing Captain America with Falcon and Peter Parker with Miles Morales, is because I mean they've done it before. They got Cyborg is coming out with this new series. Static Shock, but here's the thing, but they don't do numbers. Static Shock didn't do numbers.
You're right.
Nobody
That's
really
what scares me.
Luke Cage.
That's what scares me about the new Spider-Man. I know Ultimate Spider-Man did do pretty well before they ended it, but do you think that it's going to gain the same fandom once they make it?
Well, first of all, let's be real. What is the audience of comic books?
I was thinking the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not pretend like we're gonna have some big epiphany.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be like, equality for everyone. Yeah, right. The numbers aren't gonna do as well unless the character is just legitimately that interesting.
When I walk into the shop, the comic book shop, not my channel. When I walk into my comic book shop, my local one, there's only me and one of the guys that works there, a black guy. We're the only ethnic people that come into that shop. Everyone else is a 30-some-year-old white man.
Yep.
You know,
It's real, and that's just how it is. It's not a knock on them.
It's not at all. They're the guys that
They're the guys that keep the companies going.
Yeah, they keep the company making money. They keep making revenue.
So you have to appeal to them too. You have to appeal to us, but at the end of the day, they are
the minority.
Exactly. So, but what I'm saying is that if they can make these characters interesting, like Spider-Man is an iconic hero to the upcoming kids that are coming up, the kids who they plan to start, how Google and Apple are really pushing this digital comic book era, you know what I'm saying? If they really take this thing to the next level, I'm excited to see what we can see in terms of how Spider-Man can come not into just the comic book universe, to the TV shows. Maybe Disney wants to drop a Miles Morales TV show and get a feel for that.
That's why I'm so happy about the potential of when you make characters black like that, because again, you're about to have a kid. I may have a kid soon. Who knows? And now we can actually have our kids grow up if they ever do get into comic books. I'm not going to force my kid to do it.
Right.
They have heroes to actually look up to and say, "Hey, I can be Spider-Man."
Yeah,
right. When Obama became president, I could tell my younger cousin, "You can be president." Look
exactly.
It's possible. It's possible. And what I was going to say is, it may, even if they don't get into comic books or whatever, they can possibly have that mentality, thinking, okay, well, this is the original Spider-Man. Just like my coworker, who's older than me, and he thought the OG Green Lantern was John Stewart.
Think of how much self-confidence you'll have. I think it's so much more than just. It's a big thing. So it's a big decision that Marvel's doing it. I applaud them for it. I look forward to DC doing it as well with Wally West. I think they've already started with Wally West.
Yeah, they did. He's a black kid.
And
a lot of people are mad at that because he's not a redhead. I mean, redheads are minorities.
Well, first of all, let's not fake don't act like Wally West is even a good Flash. He's like the weakest of all the Flashes. So I mean, he's legitimately the slowest. He's the slowest.
The fastest. I thought he was the fastest.
He's the slowest. He's the slowest. Remember,
the fastest.
Remember, no. Bart's the fastest.
Bart was the fastest.
Bart is the fastest. Implosion is whatever his name is. Implosion, right? Implosion.
Impulse.
Yeah. Impulse is the fastest. And you seen it in Young Justice when they had that race around. What's it called? That little thing to end off the world.
Are you sure it's Impulse and it wasn't Barry Allen? Because Barry Allen's the dude that brought up the whole
I know that. But
he created the Speed Force, but I believe Impulse, when he became the Flash, because Bart Allen eventually did become the Flash. I thought he was the fastest. Comment below on who was the fastest Flash.
Yeah, because
it's debate for us in the comments.
I don't know like the whole history. Like I'm reading the current Flash series, but I mean.
That would be interesting.
Impulse. I'm almost 100% certain that Impulse is.
So here's what we're gonna do. Put any comments below that give us the correct answer. If Javon's right, we don't do anything. But if he's wrong, he buys me and Marcus lunch for a month.
For a month.
So
I thought for one afternoon, like.
But you know what I was gonna say was, speaking of Spider-Man, we all forgot. I'm not sure if it's 2099, but future Spider-Man.
Yes. He's Hispanic.
I think he's not Dominican. I think he's Mexican or something.
First of all, he's the exterminator. You guys got to mix up. He's the exterminator, not Spider-Man. He kills spiders. I don't know. I'm just like.
What's going on? I'm like,
oh, do you even comments, bro?
Nah, but
do you read, bro?
Do you even read, bro?
Nah, but yeah, you're right. That's right.
My protein shake. Do you even read, bro?
Yeah, you're right. Miguel O'Hara was, I believe, Mexican because he celebrated the Day of the Dead, and that's where he got his costume from. It was a Day of the Dead celebration costume. So yeah.
That's it. So this is good. Like I said, I'm excited for this. Let you know. Diversity is cool. So.
And they even have Earth 2. Earth 2 Spider-Man. I mean, Superman is black.
Again, another
big. Listen. When it comes to Superman, as much as I would love a black Superman, the world would not adopt a man, the strongest man in the universe, being black.
Read Earth 2. He's right there.
But yeah, my man, this because it has the title Superman does not mean it's extra Superman. Just like
you could say that. Like Peter Parker, you could say Miles Morales is now Spider-Man. Peter Parker is.
But I'm talking about their Superman's skill set is the same. I mean, Spider-Man's skill set is the same. No matter who you are.
Yeah, but
look at. Remember when the whole Superman Prime thing happened and all the different multiverses happened?
Well, okay, see, you're looking at it from that standpoint, but in Earth 2, this Superman is Val Zod. He's from Krypton. He's pretty much has every power that Superman has. He's basically Superman's replacement because in Earth 2, the original Clark Kent Superman or Kal-El died. He's dead, gone, and this Superman took over, and they were adamant about making sure he was Superman's replacement. He has everything Superman can do.
Yep.
There's nothing.
I guess if they cover the accused, because I know how they like to downplay Superman's alter egos. You know, each universe Superman is not as strong as Prime or as Earth. What are we? What are we? Are we Earth? What are we?
I don't know what. I don't know what it's on now.
I know, right? This is a comment to leave. What Earth are we on in the DC universe? I can't remember. I want to say it was like
Convergence
3 or something.
Convergence.
It was so confusing. It was confusing. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
The most strongest
Convergence, but it was a lot.
The strongest of everyone was 0. I remember that. Everyone was 0. The people that were like the evil alter egos, I guess, of everyone was like the most stronger ones. I don't know. That's confusing.
Who knows?
I know, right?
But moving on, we talked about comics.
Yeah. I think everything. We talked about comics. Comic-Con is amazing this year. There were so many things that we want to talk about that everyone's going to be talking about. If you want to be, caught up with the news, like I said, definitely follow us, guys, on our social media sites. We have, we have Marcus on the shop. Marcus on the shop. He's an Instagram. Hey, what's your Instagram, Marcus?
Just_Aquiles. So it's JUST just_AQUILES.
Exactly. Follow Marcus on Instagram and Twitter. He will definitely keep you guys up with all the different news for Comic-Con. And me and Marcus will keep the Chotech Twitter page hot and rolling. So as I said, guys, we have tons of coverage to give you guys throughout the weekend. Please stay tuned. What's up, bro?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, hopefully we can get some more videos out this weekend. We gotta,
yes.
We all gotta meet up this weekend because this is a big weekend, guys. We don't want to lose any of you guys' viewers. We gotta keep up. So
guys.
We're gonna try our best to any new news we hear. If it's got to be a short video with me and my PJs, I guess we're just gonna have to do it. So we're just gonna do our best to at least talk about any updates, any news we have, and like I said, thank you guys. We're getting more and more viewers every time we do this, so thank you. Thank you to Marcus and the shop. You guys are great support. Every night you come with us and do this. It's great. So it's awesome. Yeah. This is really going pretty well. I'm excited. That's pretty much all I want to say.
For my viewers, I'm pretty sure they're shocked because I don't really cover too much comic book news. From time to time I do, like in my earlier videos, but my channel is more based off of hip hop albums and movie reviews. But from time to time, like my earlier videos, I did cover some comic news. But comment below, guys. I mean, if you guys want to hear more of that, because I do read the stuff. So if you want me to make some videos on certain things, but my thing is I feel like there's so many great channels out there that cover the news already on comic reviews. So if you do want to hear me talk about that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep on doing what I'm going to do. You know what I mean?
And we wouldn't have it no other way. We really wouldn't have it no other way.
Also, guys, check out some of our old videos. We have the new Geek Out session you guys heard about. We do a gaming, a live stream on Twitch.
We are all terrible.
We're all terrible, and so it's great. We'll upload the highlights on YouTube, so you guys can check us out. Last game we played was Left 4 Dead. Next game is going to be Insurgency. So we're looking forward to that.
Wait for Jovan to come out with that Xbox, man.
I told you
guys. Yeah, man.
When
I was supposed to buy
that
PS4.
Xbox?
Yo, we're getting this Xbox. Yo, buy it sometime next week or something.
Check this out. I have a video when I did Xbox versus PS4, and I ended up picking an Xbox over my already pre-ordered PS4
because
these guys
and Marcus already have Xboxes. Javon needs to finish up so we can start playing
I was
games.
going to originally get a PS4, and these guys convinced me to get an Xbox.
We convinced him to come to the dark side, and Javon isn't even on the dark side yet.
Exactly.
How you convince somebody to buy something you ain't even a part of it?
Hey, look.
You gotta get that still, man. It's too late for me to return to get a PS4.
Yo.
Well, be glad you didn't get the PS4 because PlayStation Network just shut down earlier this week. Be glad you didn't get it.
I'm cool with the Xbox.
Plus, they kept getting hacked. So.
Oh, man,
the PC Master Race. There, I said it.
That's right. You already won it. On that note, PC Master Race. On that note, guys, you can follow us on social media, Twitter, Google+, at Chotech Studio. No S, remember, Chotech Studio. Thanks, guys, for this awesome podcast. Shout out to my fellow nerds. I want to give a shout out, guys, to Mr. Bowtie, second account, for leaving a comment, as well as Shadrex789. Thanks, bro, for leaving a comment on the video below. And hope you guys continue to watch our podcast. We will definitely appreciate new viewers all the time. Again, we appreciate you guys listening to this wonderful podcast. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you next time. Keep it tuned.
All right. Peace. Marcus out the shop.